Hey, my name's Drew James and I'm from LearnGuitarInLondon.com and I've just been playing Every Breath You Take, a fingerstyle version, obviously by Sting and the Police. So, to learn to play this, it's going to be a two-parter lesson, so please subscribe to my channel so that you get an update of when the next lesson is available. It should be done sometime next week. You're going to need, ideally you need the music for this so you can see the tab. And this comes from a book, and the book is called Fingerpicking Pop Hits. I've actually done a few lessons from here already. I've done Every Breath You Take, well obviously Every Breath You Take. I've done Stand By Me and My Heart Will Go On. So I've actually done a few from this book, and they're very popular lessons. So I really recommend this book, it's great, it's really good. So make sure you get the book. You can get it from Amazon. I'll leave a link in the video description. And without further ado, let's learn how to play it. As I mentioned, to get the best out of this lesson, please buy the book from Amazon. It's called Fingerpicking Pop Hits. You won't find the tab on screen, and there's no tab at my website for this one because it's a breach of copyright. I just really enjoy a lot of the songs in this book, this one in particular, so that's why I want to teach it to you. But please buy the book for the tab. I'm going to be teaching it to you like this. I'm going to be teaching it to you a line at a time, and I'm going to be breaking down the bars slowly each time, okay? First of all, we just must check that we're on the same page when we're talking about strings and etc. So the first 6 strings of the guitar, or the 6 strings of the guitar, Eddie 8, Dynamite, Good by Eddie, okay? So E, A, D, G, B, E. I don't use a numbered system because I think it's confusing when you're talking about the frets. Frets 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth as we go up the neck. And finally, with fingerstyle, fingers are very important. So the thumb only ever plays the E, A and D string. The index plays the G string, the middle finger plays the B, and the ring finger plays the E. So if you hear me referencing fingers, they're telling you to play certain strings. With the thumb, I'll always be telling you what string it is the thumb's playing, but if I say index or ring, you should know that that's the corresponding string. Right, let's get started. This is the first line. I'll do it at slow pace for you. Okay, so what we're basically doing is picking some chords here. So let's start with this first chord. Middle finger on the 3rd fret on the thickest string, and index finger on the G string, 4th string down on the 2nd fret. That's the chord you're going to make, and this is the pattern I'd like you to use. Thumb on the thickest string, then thumb skipping down to the D, then index, then thumb on the D, then middle finger, index, thumb on the D, then index. I'll do that slowly. And that then happens again for the second bar, so it's repeated. Okay, so hopefully you've got that so far. Next, we're going to be making a swift chord change to basically a B power chord. So I want you to lift up your middle finger, put your index finger on the 2nd fret on the A. So you see that's quite a easy move there. And then ring finger or pinky, whatever you're comfortable with, on the 4th fret on the D string. Now, that's the chord you're starting with. The thumb is going to play the thickest string open first, then thumb on the A string, then thumb on the D string, then thumb back to the A. So it's index on its open string. If you're getting this, then just push your wrist forwards to make that string ring. Then thumb on the D, thumb on the A, thumb on the D. Then do that again. Okay, so that's your first line. I'll just play it at full speed. Good, moving on to line 2. This is it slowly, line 2. Okay, so let's show you what I'm doing there. So you're going to make a C chord to start with. Index finger on the first fret on the B, middle finger on the second fret on the G, and ring finger on the third fret on the A. But also, you're going to be adding in the pinky on the third fret on the B string, okay? The reason for this is this finger basically is going to cancel out the index, but we're going to be revealing to the index by lifting up the pinky halfway through the bar. Let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, so you're going to play thumb on the bass note on the A, then index, middle, then index, then lift up the little finger on your left hand, then middle, so it's, then thumb on the G, index, thumb, then index. Okay, next. We've got, if you make a D chord and just lift up the middle finger, it's called a D suspended second. Index on the second fret on the G, ring finger on the third fret on the B, and play thumb on the D string, then index, ring, index, middle, index, thumb on the D, index. And now, changing to the next chord, quick tip, leave that index finger held down. Bring the middle finger up to the third fret on the thickest string. So you don't need to lift that finger up. And play the same as we did on the intro. Okay, so just like we did in the first bar. Then play the thickest string by itself. So we're moving into the next bar now, the last bar of line 2. Then open on the B string, first fret on the B, open on the B, second fret on the G, and flick off. Now to flick off, you dig your callus into the string and flick your finger off the string, okay? Notice I'm not using this hand at all to get that sound. I'll do that bar again for you. And if you can, the whole while, leave this ringing as long as you can. Obviously you have to lift it up to do the flick off. Okay? Right, I'll do that line now at full speed. There you go, bit woolly, but you get the idea. Okay, line 3. Okay, let's get started. So it's basically, we're eventually going to go back to the first chord again, right? But for the time being, just lift up everything and go index, thumb on the D. Then middle finger back to the third fret on the G, on the thickest string, making a G. Then thumb on the D. Put the index back now on the second fret on the G. Then thumb on the D. Okay, I'll do that again. Then lift up the index and play that string open and then thumb. So that bar is without clipping accidentally the open B. Okay, then strike the third fret again. Then go just like we did the bar before. Open on the B, first on the B, open on the B, flick off second fret on the G. Then play that string open moving into the next bar and make that same B power chord that we had, the second chord that we made in the song. Second fret on the A, fourth fret on the D. And play with your thumb on the A string, then thickest string, excuse me, then second fret. So it's then index, thumb on the A, thumb on the D, thumb on the A. Okay, I'll do that again. Excuse me. Okay, then. So we're going to lift everything up after that. We're going to play thickest string, then second fret on the D string. Play that with the thumb. Index middle on open strings, thumb on the thickest string, first fret, on the B, thumb on the E, then index. Okay. Sorry, excuse me, something's got on my throat. Right, I'll now play line 3 at full speed. Okay, now moving on to page 2 of the song, and we're going to be making a C chord, and we're going to be playing that C chord, thumb on the A, thumb on the D, index, middle, so just going down the chord. Then thumb on the A, then lift up the index finger, all the while leaving the C chord there so everything's ringing, so we're going, notice the thumb returning to the A string. And then thumb on the A again, then middle finger, move it down so it's 2nd fret on the G. I'll do that again. Notice the thumb sort of alternating back to the bass note. And then leave the middle finger there, thumb on the D, play the 2nd fret, then lift it up, then middle on an open string, then index, thumb on the D, all the while not holding anything down. I'll do that bar again. And then back to the first chord in the song, picking it exactly the same way. Now you'll notice above on that line it says a 1 with a bracket round it. So that's telling us that we're going to be repeating. And you can also see at the end of that line where it says every single, the lyric, there's 2 little black dots in the music, which is a repeat symbol. And it's telling us to go back to where basically the 3rd line of the song where it says verse. And there's also at the beginning of that bar 2 black dots telling us that's the repeat symbol. Okay, so what that means is, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to play line 4, top of page 2 you could call it, from the C, and I'm going to join it back into the verse, which is the bottom line of page 1. So that's the join. Okay, now what you do when you do the repeat, the bracketed 1 where it says G add 9, when you've done the repeat you miss that out and instead you go to bracketed 2. Okay, so I'm going to go from the picked C, now this is the same, this is bracketed 2, then we've got this. I'll just teach you how to do that and then that'll be the end of this part of the video. So thumb on the E string, then index on the open, then middle on the open, and then I like to use pinky whilst leaving the ring finger held down. Play 3rd fret on the B string and flick away. Okay? I'll just do that one last time. And then we're into the chorus, which I'll show you in video 2. Thanks a lot for watching this lesson. Don't forget, if you do want to get the tab, it comes from a book called Fingerpicking Pop Hits. If you just do a search on Amazon, you will find it. I've also included a link in the video description. Part 2 will be with you very, very soon. Really hope you've enjoyed it. There is over 200 free guitar lessons over at my website, learnguitarinlondon.com, so please check it out. I'm sure you'll be in good company. There's loads more fingerstyle instrumentals if that's your thing. Also sing and strum lessons and a full beginner's course there that you can go and check out. So really good to have you with me today. Keep on playing. Have a great day.